And what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing good. I am back again with another live stream to infotain everybody in here. Do a little thinking about stuff, and everybody's always talking about influencers and influencer that and blah blah blah, so forth and so on. Sorry, I'm changing the shade of my light. Um, whole purpose of my show is to be a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of information, and not so much influencing. Because when I say influencing is people that get stuff for free and tell everybody it's the best thing since sliced bread, only because they got it for free, not because it's actually a good product. So whenever I bag on influencers, I'm bagging on the people that get stuff for free and then tell everybody it's the best thing ever just because they got it for free. So just so you know, Gooniac is not a paid influencer. I like to tell people what works. I like to tell people what products have worked for me and try to get people to be successful at this hobby and not crash, smash, have to go buy stuff through affiliate links and et cetera, et cetera. I don't work that way. I just want y'all to be good at what you do. And if I can help you do better at the hobby, so be it. That's the plan. So anyway, now that that's out the way, what's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? What's up? What's happening? What's going on? I see lots of people in the chat, and I'm going to shout out every single one of y'all that's here because I appreciate all y'all for being here. Big Chris, he was the very first one here. What's up, Chris? Thanks for being in the chat. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for all that goodness. And we're going to try and help you get that B2 figured out. I sent you some links here in the chat just so you could see, and we can go from there. But anyway, there's that. And thank you for being here, Big Chris. You're always here, and you're very good at showing up and getting in the chat. So again, thank you. And if anybody else can help Chris out with some 50mm stuff, Mr. Slapnuts, what's up with you with your little hairy little interesting avatar there? What's up? Good to see you here. Thank you for being here. Who else we got up in here? We got Mr. MC Red Tail Flyer. What's up with you? How are you doing? And thank you for tuning in all the way from the Philippines, as you always do. They're very much appreciated. Who else is here? We got Mr. Victor RC Jets. What's up with you? How are you? You've been pumping out the videos from the events, and I've been trying to pump out a lot of these little shorts too. Hope you guys have been seeing them. I got a whole long list from the post here that I haven't posted up yet. But what is up with you, Victor? Thank you for being here. Who else do we got here? Like I said, I'm going to call out everybody. Everybody to hear. Everybody to see here. Mr. Wild Bill, what's up with you dealing with the monsoons over there? The funny thing is, I can see some of the monsoon stuff when I'm looking at the radars on the weather stuff. But what is up with you? Thank you for being here. Sorry I couldn't get on the other night, but I was in the chat at least. Let's see, who else do we have? I think for now, that's pretty much the only people that have been talking, but I'd appreciate it if more people showed up and chatted and clicked the like button, and so forth and so on. Slapnut's glad to hear that. We have had nothing but cool weather here, and it's been weird. Normally, starting the second or third week of July, we start getting warmer weather. That has not happened here. It's the end of July, and we are still in a good portion of the time sub 70 degree weather, like 65, 68, 69, stuff like that. But anyway, so I have no complaints. I drove the long way home today, up along Skyline Boulevard, which is overlooking the Pacific Ocean, and there was lots of fog, but it was perfect weather. It's a little windy, but that's still perfect for here. 77. Ooh, that's perfect. That's a good temperature. Very good. What's the humidity? Because that'll make that temperature feel a lot worse. But that is much cooler. Glad to hear it instead of up in the hundreds. Mr. Garfield Houston, what is happening? Looking for a good 64mm 6S jet to replace that one that I crashed last week. What did you crash? I don't even know what you crashed. But if you're looking at 64mm motors. I have one here. That 64 millimeter inrunner from Freewing's pretty good. I'm going to be putting that in the L39, that fly fence L39. So just so everybody knows, sorry for the shaking. I've been working like crazy, as everybody knows. Been driving a lot, doing other things other than RC, just because I needed to get things back in perspective. I was going too lopsided one way and not doing enough the other way. So I got things back in order again. Getting my RC stuff back in order again. I'll show you some of the stuff I've been working on, because I have been working on stuff, which is good. The whole purpose of this video was to do the unboxing of the Aeros 50 millimeter Avanti, and we're gonna do that. Now the funny thing is that airplane literally just showed. It was supposed to be here earlier today. Something happened. They put it on the truck late, so it literally just showed up. But I'm glad I waited, because it did show up, and I have it set up to go unbox, and then I'll show you the other thing I've been working on, which is my where did I put it? I thought I had it out. I do. Or I did. Where is it? What did I do with it? There it is. Been working away on my Lippis P15. I finally got that thing to fit, only to find out that these wires are stupid long, and got to make some adjustments, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. But ran this thing up, runs perfect, sounds perfect, didn't have to do any balancing for this at all. Everything just worked impeccable out of the box. So that's something I'll show you guys a little later. But we are working on getting that little thing unboxed, and we can do that in a little bit. But see what else is going on. We got 8 people up in here right now, which is cool. But like to get a little bit more before we start tearing into the unboxing stuff and looking at some of the planes. I have my ME-163 here that has been pulled apart. I went through, I'll just show you a couple things. I went through and did all of the, if you can see that, see how I got rid of most of the paint off the gluing surfaces. That was pretty meticulous, took a long time to do, but I did all that. So that's going to be going together. I'm taking a week off, a little over a week off from work. So I'm going to be able to do some of the things I haven't been able to do. Get my car cleaned up, get the wife's car cleaned up, then get some planes assembled. I have a lot of planes to assemble, one of which is the Rare Bear that's still behind me. Still haven't put that thing together. The what am I doing? The ME-163 is here. That needs to be done. So as you can see, I have that. Had to get all the gluing surfaces, all that stuff off of there. Still have a couple spots to remove, but all of these things done. One thing I did do was on the stream, I put this thing in so you guys could see how that works. It's a receiver controlled switch. Put that in there, made that work. So yeah, I don't know if I'm actually going to use a receiver controlled switch or something else. I think I almost fried things when I did that. But anyway, that's going to get assembled. So I've got time off to do some of the things I want to do, and that'll be great. So let's see what's going on here in the chat. We got Garfield Houston T7A and the FW Banshee all on 6S 2500, and you're right, it is pretty good. Puts out quite a bit. I haven't used the SMC stuff, but I'm basically whatever you say when it comes to that stuff. We've traded info on power setups for a long time, so I know that what you say is the truth almost always. I think that's what he's talking about. And yeah, so that's the fan that I balanced on the stream, so you guys can see how to do that. and that's going to go in the Flyfans L39. And from what I'm hearing, Flyfans also has an F22 coming out. That's going to be retracts, flaps, all that stuff. So, in 64, that could be good. So, yeah. So I got a few people in the chat. Hopefully, a few more people show up. I know that we've got a lot of shows going on Wednesdays now, which is fine. We'll work it all out. Just Bashing, it's probably going right now. I think Pilot Ryan goes too. He goes a little bit earlier than I do, which is fine. So you guys should go frequent all of those streams, but don't forget to come back and check me out too, because I got stuff on here that we can talk about, and hopefully I can help you all with. So there's going to be a lot more stuff coming on. It's going to be showing up in videos because I've got time now. Today was the last day of work for a while. I'll do a little bit of work from home work from home tomorrow, just to get stuff cleared out from my work email and the work order stuff that I got to do. And then it's all about doing what I want to do for a little while. But let's see. So anyway, so let's see. So I plan on getting over to this Arrows Avanti to show you guys. So let's get these things. I've got everything pretty much set up right now, so we can just get into getting that thing together. And yeah, so this thing looks pretty cool. I don't want it to seem like a regression or anything, but I'm trying to make it so that the things that I'm doing are more representative of what the average everyday RC pilot's going to do. Most of the RC pilots aren't going to be flying big old gigantic 90 and 120 millimeter EDFs or turbines. Most of these people are going to be flying stuff that are in the what do you call it, like 50 to 70 to 80 and a few 90s. I have everything. I have any stuff from 40s up to 90s. Don't have anything in the 120s, and I don't have turbines. I'm just saying I've got stuff in between. I didn't want to go turbine. I just don't want to. I deal with way too much fuel every day to want to be dealing with that stuff when I get home. Mr. Michael Bayer, what's up? How are you? Glad to see you. See you on here. But it's like Kenny just started something too, which is interesting. But anyway, so I'm trying to get back to the basics, back to stuff that's fun. What's up, Shadow? Glad to see you here. Little typo, but I know what you mean. Trying to get back to doing park flying. There's 2 different parks here locally, and then get back to flying at the club. There's 2 clubs that I frequent. The one that I do most of my flying at is the Livermore Flying Electrons, and that's where I will be testing out, as Urban Legends likes to say, my speedo thermometer. I'll be checking that out with some of my stuff. I've got all these big planes to test out, and I'm going to be doing that with the speedo thermometer, but I have prop planes as well, and there's a place here called Rancho that's a dirt runway. I'm going to be flying there. So like I said, I want to mix it up, make it like what I was when I started with all this stuff. I wasn't just stuck on one type of plane. I flew all different types of plane, but the hand launch stuff is lots of fun, and it's simple. You don't have to do much. I can put them in my car fully assembled. Same thing with these little with like the ME-163, the Lippish P-15, all this stuff. You can just stack them up in your car, and now that I know how to stack them without damaging them, I can put them in there and they'll all be good. But the key is making this something that's attainable for anybody instead of making it something that's exclusive. So that's just, I want to keep it the basics of what it is that I like to do, and keep it fun, keep it simple. Doesn't mean I'm not going to go fast. I still have stuff that's going to go fast. One of my fastest planes is a 50 millimeter what do they call it, screamer, and it does 120 miles an hour if I really push it on a 30C 1600. So, if I were to up the battery a little bit, just to a 2200, that thing would scream. But anyway, so we had 8 people that bumped up to 10 for a little bit. It's going to be weird because of all these different people doing their streams, which is fine. 2200 would make that screamer do really good. But it's all good. I'm gonna do what I do anyway. I blasted it out on the on the forums. That's right. I need to put this up there so people can see. So put that chat there on the screen so people can see it. Do it the other way, and I'll pop it back in. But yeah, so now that we got 10, I am going to step away just for a second, and then we're going to start unboxing. So music will go up briefly, and then we will get the other stuff going. So don't want to take forever to get to it, but that's what we're going to do. Be back. Okay, so let's see if y'all can hear and see what I got going on here. Got the box right there. I don't know if you can see it here. Okay, have to get my tablet so that I can see what's going on. So, Mr. Jono, what's up? I see you, Jono. Good to see you in here. I'm not going to be able to throw people's names up on there, but you can see the chat there on the screen, which is good. I'm going to get my tablet going so that I can see what's going on with all y'all over there. But as you can see, I literally just got this box. This box showed up less than an hour ago. So I literally haven't done anything other than pull it in, black out the address, and get it going. So that's it. But so yeah, so let's get this thing going. I've got the chat here on the side, so I'll be able to see what's going on. But it's a small box. It's a small plane, which is good. Again, I want to keep it simple. I want to make things easy. And look at this. This thing is super small, super tiny. So let's get into it. So open, click the sides. Not using the crazy wide angle camera because it's going to show more stuff than I want to at this time. But let's get it on open. And see what we got here. So this is my second Avanti. The first Avanti that I had was the 70 millimeter from FMS, but this is the arrows. Get this box out the way. I got this from Hobby Zone. Hobby Zone had them on sale. Still has them on sale. You have to do them as pre-order. But check it out. So 4500 kV Outrunner. They have it set up for 3S, but everybody flies it on 4S, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to fly it on 4S. The ESC is able to do, which is fine. But it's hand launch. There is no landing gear. 30 amp ESC with a 3 amp BEC. And it's licensed by Subart. So this is Arrows Hobby, which is made by FMS. So let us get inside and see what there is. There's very few parts. So this is going to be put together pretty quick. I'm not going to do it here on the show, but I will do it at another time. Again, since I'm off from work, we'll be able to do it no issue. But sorry for that. But check this out. This is super, super, super simple. This is what makes RC so much fun, because you've got all these different options for doing things. Do things as complicated as you want or as simple as you want. I plan to do things the simplest, because simple is always best for my style of play. So, as I said, this is my second Avanti. The first Avanti that I had was a 70 millimeter from FMS. That thing was amazing. Great little plane. I had already flown several of the 80 millimeter Avantis sold by Freewing. And they came in so many different flavors at the time. But this is going to be the first one I've had of this size. It's the 50, super small, super tiny. And that actually is pretty cool, because that just makes things simpler. It makes it easier to, it's easier to, not necessarily easier to fly, but it is easier to deal with. So that'll easily fit in my trunk, easily. Little spots to hold. I don't know if you noticed, but I was putting down some of the tape that seemed to be curling up. Servo covers, standard, which is pretty cool, like that. But the wing is not painted, which is annoying to me, but it's really cheap, so I can't complain too much. I will put a sealer on here to make it so that it won't yellow or do any other weird stuff. This is a sticker. That's paint. This is not. It's kind of annoying, but I can deal with it. I can take it. So let's get this thing out of the way. The wing down. Those are the instructions. Turn that back for now. It's only 3 pieces. This is awesome. I like that. See? Simple. Simple, simple, simple. Super simple. So that's the fuselage. Here, looks like this is probably magnetic or glued. I don't know, but it's on there. That's all that matters. Okay, and then there are the push rods. Little cheater vent there. You can see in there to see the ESC. In the back, there's a fan. Can't really see there because of the angle. But there you go. There's the fan. Looks great. I'll have to run it up and see. You can see it in there. Push rods are exposed. Let's get. That's a little crumpled up, which is kind of annoying, but not that big of a deal. Let's get inside of here. But this is painted. The rest is still plastic, EPO. Did they include the vector in here too? Oh, they did include the vector. Well, I'll be dang. I don't want to use a vector. I'm going to take that out. But I think that's the, or is that just a mixing board? Oh, wow. Okay, so I don't know what all this is. I'll have to figure all this out. But it's got an XT60, which is fine. Got the stuff there for the battery and Velcro and a little Velcro strap. So that's 2 parts. And, oh, put that up there with it. There's a 3rd part. So that is the tail feathers. Pretty cool. Yeah, the rudder's already on there. So there is no rudder. It's just a 3-channel airplane, which is fine. But it looks pretty good. Those are on pretty good. Those are glued in place. So look at that. That's super, super easy. So the only thing that needs to be glued is the tail. That looks very easy. And look at this. That's the only screws you've got right there. That's it. Super, super, super easy. Which just makes things that much more fun. So this plane will for sure be gotten ready to assembled and ready to fly over this weekend, coming weekend, or possibly the weekday. That was super easy. So yeah, check it out. That's easy, 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 easy. Exactly what I like. So super simple. Absolutely nothing to it. Put that back there just to protect the wing. So there's hardly anything to do here, which is, that's what I prefer. I prefer that. This makes things so much easier. All goes back in. That goes there, that goes there. And that goes there. Boom, that's it. So that's done. This thing will be put together. I'll probably do it tomorrow. It's going to be easy. Let me grab the other project so I can show you what I've been working on. This is my ME16, not ME163. This is my Lippish P15. I've been working on for the last few days. Let me pull this out of the way. I have it on a plane stand, but I don't need to do that for now because I don't have to worry about it. This is my plane stand that a customer gave me. But it's kind of a rat's nest in here right now just because of some of the stuff I was using. I got the ESC, the BEC because I have an Opto ESC. So all of this stuff is going to change. This is not going to stay. That's just what I use for setup. But in here, I'm going to actually take that off so you can see. I have a screwdriver in here that I can get to easily. It doesn't look like there is. But let me see here. I got a screwdriver. Do I have a screwdriver? I don't. I don't. I don't think this one's going to work. It's too big. That's way too big. That's way too big. And the screwdriver that I normally use, the wife is taking it upstairs, of course, because wives do things like that. Oh, here we go. Ha ha! So, anybody that's gotten a free wing plane or a couple of these planes from the internet, you've seen these screwdrivers. So, let me show you what I did in here. It did take quite a bit of sanding with the Dremel tool. But, let's get it open so you can see what I did. So there is a little bit of sanding there. There's the ESC. It's a super simple ESC from Freewing, or not from Freewing, from Hobby King. They don't make these anymore, but I like this in that style ESC. They work pretty good. So this is what I was talking about. Those leads are a little too long. Let me go get the motor so I can show you. The motor does fit in there, but the issue is that the motor wires are just a little bit too long. So I'm going to have to, most likely what I'm going to do is trim the ESC wires, cut those down, make them equal, but make them very short. And then see this, these things are really long, way too long, and I don't want to bunch them up in there to make it fit. But I had to do a lot of carving and making things work in here. This now fits in there with no issue. See? We're not going to do it that way though. Are we going to do it that way? Yeah, we are going to do it that way. Because the wires are there on the bottom, and they'll need to be out of the way of the lip. But there we go. That goes there. Then it goes on the inside. So it requires a little bit of finagling and finessing, but the Dremel makes it way easier. And then this will go in there like so. And then this will be a 4S Monster. So this is a 3200 kV setup that's going to be running on 4S, which is going to make this even more crazy than it was from the factory. But there's that. So I'm going to be working on that as well. This is another hand launcher, and we talked about it last week. Another one of the hand launchers that will be added to the hand launch fold. And then I have the air racers that are going to be there too. So there you go. But so we're going to show all of the different aspects of RC, from hand launch to the stuff that you have to drive off of these runways. Let me plug that in just so you guys can see. I have all these different LEDs set up for this too. So I'm going to show that off. So I got lights on the wings. Lights on the wings there, one there. One there. And I have this little goofy one here. And these lights there. So yes, it's a little loud and obnoxious as far as lights go. But that's what I wanted. Because why not? As a Cartman would say, I do what I want. So I'm going to set it up the way that I want it. Let me check out the chat here. Make sure that we can see what everybody's talking about. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Going to head back over to the computer. But that's what we're doing for now. And I'll get the rest changed out. So be right back. So we're back. So that's just a little bit of something. It's not a whole lot we got going. Is that my Izzy? My kitty just came down yowling like crazy. What are you doing, Mama? So, anyway, that's what we got going on there. Let's see what everybody was saying. Go back up. Funny you would say that, Mr. Slapnuts. It's better than salad tossing, but yeah. Let's see what else is going on here. As I said, what's up to Mr. Jono? I didn't actually throw it up on the screen, but I'm doing it right there. Looks like Mr. Wild Bill is enjoying the heat. My hawk and viper have conquered noses. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing with having to land on grass. Sometimes that stuff ends up getting caught and getting weird. But everybody chatting here, which is good. Jonah, like I said, good to see you. It's been a while. I know you were here last time, but it had been a while. But glad to see you back. Mr. Bob, I find my arrows on 4S 1300 to keep it light. Yeah, and I've seen them flown on that too. I have 1300 4S and 1500 4S, 1550 4S. So I'm probably going to try 1550 4S and 2200 4S. And I might even go with the light C pack, like a 30C or a 25C, because it really doesn't make that much of a difference. What is it, Mama? What are you doing, kitty? Where were you? What are you doing? Come here. Hey, come here. I know all the boxes are freaking you out, but what's up? What's happening, girly? Anyway. So, Mr. Paul McNeil, what is happening? How are you? Glad to see you here. No cool flyovers lately, but I did have a C-130T, which is an old bird that flew over the other day. Old bird, smoky engines, but new props, so it was cool. Other than that, not a whole lot, other than the A400M, which I didn't get video of. Let's see what else we got going on here, Mr. Who else? Stick a whistle in there and make it sound good. Yeah, that works. What are you doing, kitty? So, Jono, do you use the little gyro that comes in there? Because I saw that it had a gyro, and I'm debating on whether to use it or not. We shall see. And RC Pilot Will, what is up? Thanks for being here. Looking forward to seeing you fly that J20. That should be cool. I plan on getting one of those eventually. But like I said, I think I told you in the chat with you that I need to get a whole bunch of planes maiden first, because it's just way too much that I got lined up. They need to go. They got to go up in the air. They've been on the ground in boxes. Too much. What's up, Urban Legend RC? Thank you for being here, my friend. We're not going to be here forever today. Just pretty cool. Just going to be on here for quick. That unbox was too easy. Only 3 pieces. So that thing's going to be in the air quickly. I just hope that the BEC and that ESC holds up, because I'm not going to put a UBEC in that, because it's simple. I want it to be simple. So Jonah said, yep, it's good. Okay, so I'll try it out and see. Is there any way to tune it? Is it just a simple rate gyro, or does it have like safe or all that other stuff? I'm just curious. But let's see, how many likes do we have up in here today? Do we have any likes? Because we got to make sure to add the likes. We got 11 likes, which is cool. We haven't had that many people in here, so 11 likes is good. But the more likes, the better. But thank you for all you that are here. And since I'm going to be home, there will be more live streams happening in this time while I'm home. I'll probably do some, for the heck of it, just random days. Why not? Cool. So RC Pilot will just added a like. Thank you very much, my friend. And so Mr. Jono, 3 modes. Okay, I'll have to read the instruction manual, see how that works. The manuals are good for launching. I mean, not the manual. The gyros are good for launching. But I usually put my own gyros in, one of which was the Lemon RC, the simple rate gyros that are incredibly easy to use and work with. But I'm down to try something different. I think Nate had a one of the Arrows 50s, but it was the T30, the T45, or not T45, the Red Arrow, and that's what he bent the gear on my 90 Viper with. But anyway, so that's pretty much it today for the show. I don't have a whole lot more going on. I'm just kind of a prerequisite to me coming out with a lot more stuff RC related. I'm gonna pull out the trucks and drive them this week, the Grom and the little monster truck, the Colorado. Gonna get that going. Yeah, that's funny. RC Pilot. Well, if it comes to their gyros, I'm gonna need it for that reason, just so that I can figure out how to make it work. I usually toss them in the garbage. I don't keep them. I'll look at them briefly just to see where they say to set the CG. And sometimes the CG is even off. But with these simple planes, you don't really need the manual all that much. And there's only one place to really put the battery, so don't even really need it for CG so much. And I've seen people put 2200s in there with no issue, so there's really nothing to worry about up in there. But so just stay tuned, guys. There's a lot more stuff coming. There's gonna be more videos. I'm gonna have actual videos from the field. I'd have to figure out what day I'm gonna go to Livermore. But then I plan on also going to the other fields locally, which is Rancho and Baylands, to get some footage for y'all. And then I will find a spot to go drive my cars so you can see those too. So gonna get back to it. In a good place at work now, so I can trust the guys that I got working with me, so I don't have to worry about things going crazy with me gone. So yeah, everything's good. So I think that's pretty much it for today. And thanks to all of the all you people for supporting the channel. Urban Legends, thanks for being here. Every one of you that are here today, thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here today, so much appreciated. There's more stuff coming. I've just been way too quiet. I don't know if anybody saw the Guniac guns that I'm putting in my P47, but those are going up. I have a FMS 1500 millimeter P51 that I'm going to be putting in some guns as well. So stay tuned for that. And thank you, Mr. Jono. Thank you for being here. And just going to get back to RC, and it's just been too long. Time to do it again. So you guys will get to see me stuff my car full of planes. And how did he get all those planes in that car? I'm going to try my best not to get them dented and dinged up, because I got a lot of new stuff that I want to keep new. So that's what's going to be happening. So I'll see you guys the next time, and stay tuned for all the coolness that's going to be coming. Glad to hear that, RC Pilot Will. If you need something, let me know. I got stuff that I can always send to you that would help. I think it's got twin burners out, doesn't it? Either way, let me know if you need help. And that's it, y'all. I will see you later. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that goodness, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.